Hi, everyone. My name is David Fisher. I have a firm called Creative Real Estate Strategies based in Houston. I've had the privilege to work with great real estate professionals and property owners all over the country. I'm going to share an opportunity with you may not know about, an opportunity that if you're thinking about selling your property is a far better option than a 1031 exchange. Our program is called the Deferred Sales Trust. It's a proprietary trust, so you've probably never heard of us, and that's okay. The trust has a 30-year track record of successfully deferring taxes over 4,000 times. Every time the trust has been used, it has successfully deferred taxes. The IRS, they know all about us. They've done at least 20 tax audits where our trust has been used, with the largest audit being on the tax deferral of $50 million. In every single case, the IRS came in, they did their tax audit, and they left with no change letters. So nothing had to be changed. The reason I'm mentioning this is because, again, we are proprietary and we're not as well known as 1031s. So if you talk to a 1031 qualified intermediary, the Delaware Statutory Trust people, CPAs and attorneys, and they say, oh, it sounds like a scam. Oh, this attorney said this or this attorney said that. What if the IRS says this or that? They don't know what they're talking about. Again, the IRS knows all about us, and those people are wrong. But because we're such great competition and we're taking a lot of business away from them, they may feel a little bit obligated to say something negative. And that's okay. That's the business world. Just don't believe it. Or give me a call. We can set up calls with our tax attorneys, and they will answer every question you have. So let's talk for a couple of quick minutes about the trust. What if you could sell your property today, defer the capital gains tax, state tax, depreciation recapture, and the Medicare tax today, and have an unlimited amount of time to buy another property? I'm not sure why anybody would do a 1031 right now with interest rates where they are. In addition to that, what if you have some debt on your current property and you want to do a 1031? Well, then what happens? You have to go get an equal or greater amount of debt, maybe at a higher interest rate. That doesn't make any sense. And in some cases, what happens if you can't qualify because of the high interest rates? So I don't know why anybody would do a 1031 right now, especially considering something else. That's depreciation. When you depreciate your property and then do a 1031 exchange, the depreciation will follow you to the next property. So you won't get a new depreciation schedule. You may get a partial one, but not a brand new one. But with us, you do. So using our trust when buying and selling additional properties, not only can we defer all of the taxes, but at the same time, we can help create more depreciation benefits, which in return, as you know, leads into more real estate wealth. That's something we can do that a 1031 can't. What if, for example, you have more than one owner in the property? And let's say the older owner wants to sell and defer taxes. The younger party wants to take the money and run to Vegas. Or let's use this example. Say, for example, two best friends 20 years ago bought a property together. Let's call them, I don't know, Amber and Johnny. Well, every time Johnny wanted to do something to the property, Amber would say no, and vice versa. So over a 20-year period, they began to really hate each other. Now they can't stand each other, and they want to sell. The problem is they bought well, and they're going to have a nice big equity or capital gain. Well, they can't do a 1031 because that means they're stuck together. What they can do is our trust, because each partner can do what they want. So Johnny's proceeds can go to our trust to defer the taxes. Amber's can do the same thing, and then they can leave and never have to see each other again, and mankind is saved. Sounds like a pretty good idea to me. In addition to that, something else that we can do, we can save a failed 1031, or we can be a great 1031 exit strategy. If you've been doing several 1031s and now you're ready to sell and retire, what happens? Your basis for tax purposes is the first property, not the last one. So that could be a huge surprise for tax purposes, unless you sell using our trust. One other thing that I'd like to mention is if you want to sell and retire and you don't want any more real estate, a 1031 won't work, and you don't want a Delaware statutory trust because there's so many problems with them that you may not be familiar with, and that's okay. That's okay. Well, using the deferred sales trust, you can sell today, defer those taxes today, and have an unlimited amount of time, or actually, let me rephrase that. You can retire today and have a larger pre-tax lifetime retirement income than if you sold and paid taxes. And best of all, everything can be passed on to your heirs. Now, I can go on and on. One last thing. Let's say you own a really nice property, and it could create a federal estate tax problem down the road. Using our trust, our attorneys can take that property out of your estate to potentially reduce your federal estate tax burden if it's an issue. A 1031 really can't do that. I can go on and on, but I think I've said enough for the moment, hopefully to get your interest. You're always welcome to give me a call at 713-702-6401. You can email me at david@CRESknowstaxes. No, sorry about that. Let me try again. I don't even know my own email address. david@CRESknowsrealestate.com. And my website is CRESdeferstaxes.com. One last point. We do a lot of conference calls with our attorneys. So you are more than welcome, if interested. We can set up a conference call with our attorneys. If you have a CPA or an attorney that's saying negative things about us, not a problem. It happens every day. They can get on the call with us, and our attorneys will straighten them out. The Deferred Sales Trust is a great opportunity, maybe a great opportunity that you've never heard of until now. I appreciate your interest and courtesy, and I hope to hear from you soon. Take care. Have a great afternoon.